let's get into it. How y'all doing? I wanted to, this is a special I wanted to do. And, high value man versus a superior man. Now, some of the few people I want to think and inspired me to do this before I get started. I'm just going to be honest, people who inspired me. BGS, of course, Dr. T.S.R. Johnson and the work he's doing, and the pimp guy, my brother, and DS1, Angry Man's content, and and the new guy I like Green Gorillas out there, and I appreciate that content, and you guys really inspire me to do this video. And even and people may not like it, but even Kevin Samuels and some of the stuff that he's doing, as far as how his channel, with all the criticism he does take, and some things is just due, and I understand, but I appreciate the fact that the women are showing exactly who they are, and that's the one thing, if anything else, that is being exposed. So I really want to send my appreciation out to the brothers that's putting in the work, because this is not easy to do. I'm just kind of new to the YouTube thing, but I'm just trying to share my experience with you guys. All right. So, I wanted to talk about this whole high value man thing and really put it in perspective, guys. And this is my take on it. I had some of my good friends ask me what I really think about the whole high value man thing. And I've been seeing it a million times. It's like, but I just want to dead it tonight or today or whenever y'all see this video. I really want to dead this idea and put my perspective on what it really truly is to me. So it's two men at a certain level I look at: high value man and a superior man. Okay, so I want to dissect these things. All right, let's get into it. So first, when you look at both of these categorized men, to me there's a distinct difference. And first and foremost, I want to say that I would categorize myself at this point in my life as a superior man. And there's actually esoteric levels to this knowledge, but we can get into that in another vid. But I want to point out on this vid, on this compilation here, in these sessions, the distinct difference, I believe, of the two men. Now, first, I have a list here, and y'all can write them down as points, and it's no real particular order, actually. It is a little bit, but I got them down in in the best order I can do, but it's not really, it is somewhat in an order that it should be, but I did the best I can based on the things that I experienced and things that I've been through and things that I noticed and information that I've gathered, and just through the years, a lot of people I listen to, like even Jason Black, and some of the things, that I disagree with him on, but I like his knowledge and political knowledge. Professor Black Truth, these other people I listen to, my favorites. But I really wanted to kind of break this down for you guys to understand which one are you. Oh, and Dr. BOA, that's one of my brothers too. Anthony Spade, just some guys that I've just been listening to and just gathering information that really inspired me to really take this to the next level, and based on my life and based on things that I've done. All right. So, high value man versus superior man. Okay. I'm pretty sure all of you guys know about the NBA All-Star Game. I'm gonna try to break it down as much as I can, make it simple as I can. But I know a lot of you guys have watched the NBA All-Star Game. I know you're familiar with that. And these are individual men with amazing talent. But when you look at the NBA All-Star Game and the NBA players that's on the court at the moment, these guys are considered the best players in the world. All right. So I want you guys to follow me the best way y'all can, okay? And just take this game, man, because this can really change some of you guys' lives. All right? Because I didn't get this kind of information when I was growing up. You know, I'm 43 years old. I never received this kind of information. But anyway, the NBA All-Star Game are made up of collective individuals that are super talented and were considered the best players in the world. At that moment, present time, they were considered the best players in the world. Now, they are at the NBA All-Star Game. Those players that's on those rosters on the All-Star team are considered the best in the league, in the NBA league, which is the best basketball league in the world. But those are the elite amongst the elite, because a lot of the NBA players are best players from their respective areas, countries, college teams in the world. But then you narrow them down and you got the best professional players, and most of them guys were all-stars in their respective areas. So you break it down, now you have the all-stars that are the best in the NBA league. Now, when you're watching the game, what you notice is that a lot of the guys, especially in the beginning of the game, you know, the players are playing and, you know, they kind of having fun and da-da-da. But if you notice as the game goes on, that it gets more and more serious. And what you notice that at that point, the best players amongst the all-star teams start taking the ball in their own hands, start playing how they normally play at their best. So the best players amongst the all-stars take over. Those men, I would say, are the superior athletes on the court at that time, the superior basketball player. The other men would be considered high-value men. They're very talented brothers as well. But then you can have a superior, godlike man that start to shine above that. That's the basis of trying to understand the high-value man versus superior man and the difference. That's the fundamental basis of where I'm going with this thing. So y'all can have a general idea. Now, let's get into the details of that. The superior man doesn't get a lot of sex, and I'm gonna tell you why. Now I want y'all to take this up. The superior man, and it has nothing to do, or actually, let me reword it. Being a superior man has nothing to do with sex. So I want y'all to understand that. The high value man, you know, if you look at the videos, he can get any woman he can, which is true, because I've been a high value man, what they call in this sector, a high value man, since I was the age of 22, 23. I was making six figures back then without even knowing it. Just a young man making money, driving Porsches, driving Benzes. So I was fortunate to live that lifestyle, but not really understand really what that is. So I was thankful to experience that. So what I noticed, the difference now being a superior man, is that you have a certain level of seriousness about you, and you live life like we just talked about, being a monk, being in monk mode, and going through that whole thing, and having to, you know, it's a lot that's accumulated in your life and things that you were exposed to. Now you have a real understanding exactly what you're looking at. So really, a superior man is black pill. He's a black pill level man. So being that, you know, I heard a little noise. I'm in my conference room. Hold on for a second. Okay, guys, we're back at it with I had to take the part to pick back up. It was a little pause I did. But the superior man doesn't get a lot of sex. And his whole being has nothing to do with getting sex or even trying to have sex. Okay, so some of the things that you need to understand when you get to this level of man and being is that you really wouldn't understand it until you get there and seek it. Like I said, the high value man like myself, I was around women, I'm having fun, I was a fun guy, spending money, and I wasn't doing it tricking, but I was doing it enjoying life, because I do things for myself. It's always supposed to be done for yourself. This is at the high value man state. You can do what you want. You can, like I said, you can get any woman damn near that you want. You know, so it's a good lifestyle. Your money's in order. You're just enjoying your life. You know, it's a powerful feeling. But when you get to a point of superior manhood, all of that, everything has to be looked at as how it's going to benefit you. And in order to get there, being a superior man, you must have a purpose. That's first and foremost. See, as a high value man, a lot of times your purpose is immediate gratifications in most cases. You know, you're thinking down the line, you got certain things in order, you got your retirement stuff, you got your life insurance, that's high value. You do have those things. But a superior man is thinking even beyond that. He's thinking when he's dead, when he's physically gone. Even right now, I'm talking about it. I'm thinking beyond. This video can impact people beyond me being here. And having a better understanding of what being a superior man is. So he doesn't get a lot of sex. That's not something that he even inspired to do at a certain point. All right? So moving along, a superior man studies himself between 2 to 4 years, no sex. So it's something to me, I was talking to Pimp God about this. It's something to me that I believe that, you know, based on my experience, and I guess Pimp God would say the same, and some of my brothers I know that operate as a superior man, by default, you go into a cocoon to yourself, a rebirth of yourself. And I believe it takes between 2 to 4 years. It's not just sex, it's just being around certain people, doing things, going places. I think it takes a level of discipline to get to that point and learning yourself, learning a language, learning something that you didn't know how to do. Like myself, when I went to a 3-year hiatus, and I've done it a couple times in my life, to be honest with you. But I went to like a 3.5-year hiatus, and I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I took 2 years with no sex, but the whole 3.5 years I did occasionally have sex, but it wasn't, I didn't seek it. So for example, the women, and there wasn't a lot of women, maybe 1 or 2, but the ones that did, I stayed at my house working my ass off, developing myself. They would come over, they would ask me to come over. Even after their dates with other dudes, they would come over just to want to hang out and be in that presence. Because all I was doing was working. I wasn't entertaining their ass. When they used to come over my house, they used to cook for me, bring me food, just want to be there, just be underneath me. They just sit, just take a shower, be in their little lounge, and just chilling. They be just chilling. But they want to be in my presence, and I wasn't even thinking about getting no ass. Now, when we did have sex, it was after I fulfilled, like I got a lot of this creative juices in me, and I felt excited about it, and I wanted to release that. So it is a different feeling, and in fact, the women can feel the difference. They actually become a lot calmer. There's some deep shit to it, brothers. I mean, we could do a whole book on that part alone, but that is when you're starting to study yourself and your full masculine self comes to superiority. and women will be in there. If they're in your presence at that point, she's in her feminine. She can't be nothing but feminine around you. So 2 to 4 years, I say you need to sustain and start to learn you learn yourself, learn something, whatever it may be, music, an instrument, whatever. You need to practice that and practice that like you're going to college, not the bullshit college with frat parties. You're actually doing it every fucking day and night out. Get rest when you need it. And you need to cut out, in that time, you cut out all the things you used to do, whatever it is, drinking, fucking too much, whatever. You need to cut all of that out. So I really want y'all to understand that and really take note of that. That's that next level. That's major graduation. And remember, if you're a black man, you have to remember, once you make this decision, you're going to no man's land. Especially for black men. To become at this level of man, you're in no man's land, damn near. Because you're operating, and to be that superior man is based on creativity. See, high value men reach a certain rank in society, CEOs, presidents, and stuff like that, and they have a certain rank in society. How much they really make, and I'm gonna get on that in a minute. Those are high value men's traits, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a superior man, how he's really judged is based on his creativity and whoever he's associated with in helping create another superior man. I want y'all to really understand that. He becomes creative and he controls and owns his time. That's a superior man, major trait. High value man does the same to a degree. But typically high value men don't have the option just to completely just say, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Not typically. A superior man can just walk away and just say, fuck it. Whatever it is, he could just say, I don't want to do it no more. In fact, don't come back. I reschedule everything. That's that next level shit. Whatever it may be. Alright, moving along. Superior man doesn't conform, only when necessary. See, a superior man conforms only when necessary. Like, just say for example, like we have to wear these masks to go in the grocery store and all this bullshit. Okay, if I gotta go in and get something that's my son need or whatever, food, diapers, whatever, I have to wear the damn mask. Okay, but outside of that, he doesn't conform to no bullshit. In fact, a superior man would die based on what he believed in with himself and his family. He's not conforming to no bullshit. He would die standing, not on his knees, like Malcolm said. How many men can honestly say that? And I really mean it. I really mean it. Alright, so just keep that in mind. He only conforms when necessary. Even when he get pulled over by the police. Even then. He conforms because he's got to measure, is it worth dealing with the bullshit and fighting this officer or what have you, or arguing with him, more so arguing with him to save, to move on. You have bigger shit going on. So you're not going to, now if he's trying to harm you or any way, you got to defend yourself, period, whatever it all costs. But I'm saying the basic argument, going back and forth, there's no need to do that. A superior man doesn't go back and forth. A superior man has ways of dealing with those situations. That's another book, and we get into those kind of things in another topic. But he has ways to handle that, and that's part of being a superior man. There's other ways, guys, to handle those situations.